Wow. All right. Well, your environment looks good, Capricorn. For the beginning of June, interestingly enough, you have in your environment the Wheel of Fortune. So what's going on for you is the tides are turning in your favor. You know, I'm finding with a lot of signs that things are starting to pick up. We've seen a lot of lessons astrologically and all that good stuff. But I do feel like for a lot of signs that people are starting to feel more positive. You know, not everything is perfect right now, but I'm going to turn on my light so I can look at my crystal as well. But at least starting to see some good outcomes. And the universe card, the world card, which is the last one of the major arcana, this is number 10, the last one to come as an indicator of the outcome or what's going on is like, okay, the reason for this is that you've trekked and schlepped on so many different paths, and you've earned the right to know how to be and what to do and who's in your corner, who's not in your corner, and the lessons you learn if you've fallen down, you've gotten back up, and you've seen the light, and you've continued to carry on, basically is what I'm saying. And it feels like the universe is just saying, we are with you. We know that, while this has been a challenging or not time for you, we're here to support you. Let's see what my crystal says. And again, I'm looking at this particular crystal in the light to see why you're getting the Wheel of Fortune with the World card, which would be in traditional tarot as a contributor card. Well, yeah, I mean, for some of you, you've had tons of things going on. And this is, for some of you, this has really tested your spirituality, or if you're religious, your religion, or whoever, you look up to. I think some of you have said, okay, what do I do now? Which corner do I turn? I don't really know where to go. And for a Capricorn, that would be unusual, right? Because you guys are hardworking and usually you're very grounded. But I think some of you have had some questions as far as, your personal life, maybe your career as well. But I feel like it envelopes your entire universe, which would be right. Yeah, but I feel like you're paving new ways. A lot of you are, any of you guys that are writers, write for scientific magazines, or I'm getting magazines, can't help it. Magazines, posts, blogs. I don't know if it was you all or not, but for the mid-May, fiber optics came up. So that feels sort of sciencey to me, or progressive, but maybe not. Maybe it wasn't you. But any of you all that are writers, whether it's for a scientific magazine or something that is more nonfiction, I feel like you're going to be very successful at that. It could be that some of you are fiction writers, but I feel like the nonfiction, you're going to be like, feeling like you won the Nobel Prize, or that you got the prize for writers. I don't know. Maybe you're entering a contest, but something about your writing. I also feel like some of you, Publishers Clearinghouse just came into my head. So I'm thinking, if anybody enters that, then hopefully you'll see some rewards or see some money from that. I'm just saying that. And what's funny is the PCL is coming up. So, and then I saw Publishers Clearinghouse. But if PCL or those initials mean anything else to you, then pay attention to that. I do feel like, though, that again, these are very positive cards. So, good for you, Capricorn, for the beginning of June. Your second card is the Four of Swords. And obviously very obviously, this card indicates someone who's taking a rest. In this particular artwork, it denotes a sort of a colder environment. And I don't mean cold as far as the temperature. It's more like it's very white and hard. And he's laying on this hard rock, and here's One of the swords. Here's the other 3. So for any of you that all are needing time out, needing a vacation, needing to rest after surgery, this very well could be the case. The 4 indicates doing that because you need stability to continue to move on. You need to be able to get your house in order, and I'm saying that metaphorically, or your business in order. And in order to do that, taking the time to meditate, to rest, to reevaluate, that comes up for you. And this is the position of what's changing. So it's changing for you, or it's your undercurrent, because it's what you need to do. It's what you, your body is asking you to do. Your mind is asking you to do. Your emotions and your spirituality. It could be about, I said emotions. I'm going to go with that because under this card is the same as what would be in traditional tarot, is the 6 of Cups. And the 6 of Cups is normally about, it's about fond memories of childhood. The cups are about our love and our emotions and how we feel. So you might be taking a break from a relationship. You might, on the other hand, be relaxing with childhood friends or being with family members and talking about old, childhood memories. But this indicates a bit of, not much activity unless it's about speaking about, not physical activity. Okay. So there could be some conversations that come up that remind you of who you were as a person, or why you are as a person. Maybe a friend or a relative says, oh, remember when you used to do that and you had this funny habit of, either biting your nails or, sneaking out in the middle of the night, or whatever you did as a kid or as you did when you were younger. And you're like, wow, that's, that affects me now, or maybe it does, or maybe you've gotten past it. But it's about remembering those times and the fond memories coming up, being able to be chilled enough to let that sink in, to let those memories sink in and see how you feel about them. Your last card is the outcome, which is the 4 of Cups. And interestingly enough, this outcome card is more about not acknowledging the universal gifts that are given to you. As you can see, she's looking down. She's not paying attention to the 3 cups that are right here. And she's angelically being given another cup by the universe. Like, here's more good emotions we want you to have, and yet you're not even interested. To me, most of the time, this feels like a need for creativity. And it's interesting, earlier when I was talking about you writers, and, creativity can come in the form of writing, art, music. My gosh, you can be like a computer programmer and have creativity. You can be an environmental guide, that guides other people through hiking trails, and you can be creative about what you're talking about. There's many, many different ways of creativity. So the outcome card is asking you to just be more open to how you can change things in your world. This might be a good indicator of what comes up around this area is, because this card she's facing this card. So it might be a good indicator thinking, well, okay, this is how I used to approach. This is how I used to do when I was a child. I had fun memories. I played. I was playful. My mind was playful. My mind was creativity. I didn't screen out, intuitive hits. Children just go with it. They don't think about what they're going to do next. They just play. Play is the thing. And they are open. So I feel like if you take a little bit of that into your life, the creativity, the imagination, that you will feel better emotionally. It may take some downtime to do that, But I love that what the indicator card says, okay, yeah, this is the 4, and this is a spiritual card. Would be the same as the 4 of Wands. So foundation and achievements. As you become more creative, or as you look at things in a different way, you form your foundation. Remember earlier when I said this is the 4 of Swords? This particular card in this deck is the same as the 4 of Wands. So you're looking, Capricorn, to ground, to make sure that your foundation is in place, that you're on the right track. Let me look at my crystal and see if there's anything else. I feel like some of you are, it's interesting, you're either being led or you're leading other people. This could be in an organization. It could be, I'm hearing the word guru. So some of you might be following a certain spiritual guru or internet guru. You might be following someone on the internet that's teaching you how to put an online business, or you may be on YouTube. Just saying, I feel like some of you really are watching others on, like I said, YouTube or the internet, or you're following this person, or this person knows how to do internet business. They've made a lot of money and you're interested in that. All right. Yeah, and there's a lot of opportunity. I'm not really sure that you're ready to put yours in place, but again, this is your business in place, but this is a big opportunity for you to follow these people and learn a lot. In the next several months, I feel like that the time will come for you to put things in order. And that's what you're looking to do with these 2 4s. Okay. And you may also, yeah, because this is about feeling successful. Actually, this is one of the most positive cards of the deck. This is about feeling successful around your home, your family, possibly meeting someone through your work. That's a love interest as well. All right, Capricorn, I want to thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to add the cards up as I do. Okay, sorry about that. I had a little bit of a itchy nose, so I had to go away for a minute, but I'll add all of them up. So we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is 10, 4 is 14, 18. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. You have 3 4 cards. 1, 2, 3 of your cards are 4. Number 4s. This is so much about you all wanting to feel stable, secure, getting your home in order, getting your business in order, getting your physical body in order, getting your emotions in order. Okay. I didn't realize that there was another 4. All right. So here we go. This is 18, 22, and 6 is 28, right? 22 and 6 is 28, and 28 and 21 is 49. Well, guess what? 4 and 9 is 13, and 1 and 3 is 4, right? If I'm doing this correctly, another 4. All right, well, repeat and repeat. Stability, organization, security, your foundation. If you look at the number 4, in fact, do me a favor, just draw the number 4, however you do it. There will, of course, be this one line, and then that's the structure, is how I teach numerology. That's the structure, and then this is what's attached to the structure. So this line here is always in place. So whatever attachment it has, or whatever is leaning on it, it's stable and secure. Okay, so that's very interesting. I'm going to go ahead and go with, in the major arcanas, the number 4. You know, I said also 13, but let's go with the number 4. The number 4 with the major arcana is the same as the Emperor card. And the Emperor card is the same as the authority figure male, the archetypal father figure. You know, what's interesting is this card actually reminds me, this is a Capricorn. Wow, interesting. It can represent a Capricorn. So it's becoming your own authority, basically. It's the qualities of leadership, of logic, of strength and power. So it's a teaching tool when this number or this card comes up. It's encouraging you to develop and reignite the qualities and tap into the masculine aspects of yourself. You know, we're in this, of course, shift of feminine change, but this particular card is asking you to tap into those qualities of, again, leadership, courageousness, strength, stability.